Now let's have a look at Kampala. This could possibly supply the biggest danger to Moorestyle. Kampala has steadily improved through his racing career, winning 4 times last season, and has equalled that score so far this year. He's won his first start of the season, that was over the day's distance of 6 furlongs, and his other 3 successes have all been over 7. In 2 of its wins, he's beaten the very useful Blue Refrain. That was at Ascot in the Victoria Cup handicap, prevailing by a neck, and then he went to Newcastle for the Beeswing handicap, which he won by half a length. His last start was at Newbury last month in the Hungerford Stakes, which is a Group 3 race, where he made all to beat Miss Blessings by 3 parts of a length. He's a versatile horse. Let's go and see if there's any change on his price in the market.
Well, the favourites easing slightly, and Kampala's coming in to 4 to 1. And Moorestyle is 8 to 13 now. Kampala from 9 to 2 to 4 to 1. Vaguely Great 9 to 2. Greenland Park, King of Spain and Sayaf 16 to 1. Cruise Hill 20 to 1 and Standaan 33 to 1. Here are some results.
Haydock 215, first number 2, Karim 3 to 1 favourite. Second number 5, Heavenly Chord 11 to 2. Third number 8, Victor's Boast 4 to 1. The 245, Halin 6 to 4 favourite. Sligo Bay 4 to 1. Nationwide 5 to 1. 315, Jeffrey's Sister 3 to 1 favourite. Changabang 20 to 1. Darwood 4 to 1. Kempton 230, More Light 7 to 4. Masked Marble 5 to 4 favourite. Smoke Singer 66 to 1. Kempton 3 o'clock, Airship 20 to 1. Scaramanic 9 to 1. Rathmoy's Sparkle 11 to 1. First 215, Princess Gale 13 to 8 favourite. First Movement 11 to 4. Amorous 5 to 1. 245, Bleu Nuit 25 to 1. Miguelito 16 to 1. Argive 13 to 2.
Well, the 6 furlongs run out of a chute here, and you've got to have plenty of speed here to get an early place before they swing into the straight. And the horse we're having a look at now, King of Spain, believe you me, has really got plenty of that. He ran the race of his life in the Wokingham handicap at Royal Ascot when he was set to carry 10 stone, but just failed to catch Queen's Pride by a length. But that was a terrific performance, because he did wander off a true line that day, and could have been perhaps an unlucky loser. That day he was giving the winner 2 stone 1 pound. He's won once this year at Kempton. That was over the day's distance in May, running on well to beat Fast Colour by 3 lengths, and he was giving the runner-up 2.5 stone on that occasion. So the handicapper has really been tough on him this year, and a really big, heavy, burly type of sprinter this, and the only one running in blinkers. He's got G.Baxter in the saddle today, but the one we're looking at now is Vaguely Great, another really speed merchant. Last time out, Vaguely Great carried 10 stone to victory when beating Lightning Label by 2 lengths at Brighton. That was over the extended 5 furlongs. Vaguely Great at the moment 5 to 1 from 9 to 2. He ran in the July Cup at Newmarket, but was beaten 2.5 lengths into 2nd place by Moorestyle. Prior to that, had been narrowly beaten by Valoriga. That was in the Palace House Stakes. So he's run against the tops all season, but nowadays he seems to show his best form on his home track at Newmarket. I've always thought that this horse perhaps has the capabilities of being a little bit better than what he's been proving, but nevertheless on his day can really match strides with the best of them. Number 5, Vaguely Great. STANDAAN, well, you're not going to miss him in the race. He's a really light-coloured grey. Although STANDAAN hasn't won so far this season, he's been running some pretty good races, notably in the Stewards Cup. That was at Goodwood in July, when 5th of the 28 runners behind Repetitious, only heads and necks off of the win. His last start was in France at Deauville on August the 20th, when 3rd of 8 behind the speedy Kilimanjaro. He was beaten 7.5 lengths that day, but still a pretty good run. But a horse that, when he goes to France, nearly always seems to show a little bit of improved form on his English run. Grand Character, running in the colours of Mr. Tony Richards. There's the filly again, Greenland Park, the only filly in the race. We've had a look at her in the paddock. So there, just in front of Greenland Park, this is Cruise Hill, number 1. He's improved a lot on last year's form this season, winning 4 of his 10 starts. Perhaps his best win was when beating King's Offering at Redcar back in May, and on that occasion it was won by 1.5 lengths. He usually shows his best form on fast ground. All his 4 wins this season have been over the minimum distance of 5 furlongs, and he'd have to really pull out all the stops to figure against Moorestyle, I would say, Vaguely Great, and Kampala and King of Spain here today. There's number 1, Cruise Hill, we had a look at. Number 4, STANDAAN. STANDAAN, let's go and see if he's figuring in the market yet.
Right at the end of the market, in fact, STANDAAN is 33 to 1, the outsider. Moorestyle 13 to 8 on. Kampala 4 to 1. VAIGLY Great 5 to 1. On 16 to 1, Greenland Park, King of Spain and Sayaf. The Cruise Hill 20s, STANDAAN 33 to 1.
Just a little bit of trouble, Greenland Park giving there, just having the hoods or the blindfolds fitted to go into the stall 1. Richard Fox pushed his total to 20 winners here by winning on Highland, and what a race he rode. Just got up on the post bar short head. But this filly, as you see, looking really well here. That's the best I think I've seen this filly look all year. And on her day, she's pretty useful, but seems to have lost perhaps a little bit of the edge she showed as a 2-year-old. One of the best 2-year-olds of her age. Number 8, going in, Moorestyle, with the maestro in his back. Won this race twice already, in 71 on Green God and 72 on Abergwan. Number 1, Cruise Hill, going in nicely. They're going in quite quickly now. And for this, the 14th run-in of the Vernons Sprint Cup, why don't we join Julian Wilson?
Thank you, Jimmy. Interesting to see Moorestyle a little bit warm before Stall's entry there. Very much a family affair, the success of Moorestyle, bought by the Susan Piggott Bloodstock Agency for just 4,000 guineas. This is STANDAAN, the outsider in the market, 33 to 1, but certain to show his usual early pace. A really fast horse, who was 3rd last time out in the Prix de Montreal in France at Deauville. Last year winner of the Stewards Cup. There, VAIGLY Great in the background, also a little bit warm, written by Edward Hyde. STANDAAN is installed. That is King of Spain. That is the last one in. They're all in for the Vernons Gold Cup. Flags up and they're off. Greenland Park away on the inside. STANDAAN very fast away with Kampala on the outside with VAIGLY Great. Moorestyle just in the centre of the field as they race towards us. Sayaf also in the centre, showing a lot of speed. But it's Moorestyle in the inside of Sayaf and STANDAAN the grey as they swing left-handed and come round to the straight. STANDAAN running wide, and they're all coming over towards the stand side, as so often happens in this race. STANDAAN leading them from Sayaf, and the centre of the course is Moorestyle. Just behind those on the outside is Greenland Park. Tracking the leaders on the stand side is Kampala, and King of Spain's also right there with the leaders with the blinkers, but it's Moorestyle, King of Spain, Sayaf. Just behind the leaders is VAIGLY Great. Kampala tracking him on the stand side as they pass the halfway marker. Moorestyle pressed by King of Spain. Greenland Park towards the outside with VAIGLY Great. Pat Eder is switching Kampala to make his challenge on the outside. Sayaf's losing ground now inside the 2, and it's Moorestyle and Lester Biggott. Pressed by King of Spain on the stand side. Kampala coming fast on the outside with VAIGLY Great. But coming to the furlong, it's Moorestyle and Lester Biggott drawing away now. Moorestyle from Kampala on the outside of King of Spain, then VAIGLY Great and Sayaf well inside the final furlong, and another devastating display by Moorestyle, storming away to win. At the line, Moorestyle's the winner, Kampala 2nd. King of Spain is 3rd, then Sayaf and VAIGLY Great, then Greenland.